My name is Heath Doyle. I'm the Battalion Chief of the Safety and Training Division here at Pflugerville Fire Department. All right, so at Pflugerville we have a motto or a mantra that says that we train every day, 365 days a year. It's my responsibility to make sure that we're giving the subjects that need to be trained on to the firefighters throughout the year. So we've broken that down into 9 major subject areas, including fire suppression, EMS or emergency medical services, which includes advanced and basic life support. We do driver development training, we do officer development training, we have some professional development training for folks who are wishing to promote. We also look at our wellness factor, which Vanessa is the manager who takes care of that. And then we have special services as well, which includes hazardous materials response and technical rescue. So anything from vehicle rescue to confined space, trench, and high angle or rope access rescue. When we do the trainings, we have the training set up so that we operate on a 3-year training platform. In other words, we send our calendar out about 3 years in advance, and in that time we end up rotating a few personnel through the training division to help manage and deliver those programs. We also rely heavily on the folks who are on shift to help us deliver the programs to the 160 plus firefighters here at the fire department. Our number one rule is nobody dies at work. So what does that mean? That means that we're appropriately trained to begin with, so that we recognize the hazards that could kill firefighters. In addition to that, we also make sure that our firefighters are healthy and fit to perform the job. So one of the goals here at the fire department when we do training is to do as many repetitions in the same thing as we possibly can. The idea behind that is once you've done enough reps, then you become competent in performing this skill. And once you're competent at the skill, then generally you can operate that skill pretty safely. There's enough oversight to the training that we watch for mistakes that get made so that you don't build in bad habits as you are building towards that competency. So again, eliminating bad habits helps build competency, but more importantly, build safety with competency.
My name is Vanessa Frost Pietrahita. I am the Health and Fitness Coordinator here at TCSD2. I have been here since 2016. Prior to that, I was mostly involved in collegiate strength and conditioning, started coaching back in 2011. So each of my days is a little different. Mostly though, it involves training our firefighters. So whether that starts the morning off with the Recruit Academy, if we have one going on, hiring new firefighters, or with any of our programs such as the internships we've done in the past, or the high school academy program where I train those cadets as well. It also involves rotating through the stations to get training done with the crews we have on shift. Our department puts health and wellness for our firefighters as a pretty high priority. And the reason being is that the health and wellness of our firefighters helps them do their job better. So if they're healthy and if they're fit specifically, then we don't need to worry about them as they go into fight fires or serve the public however is needed. Unfortunately, the majority of firefighter deaths in our nation are caused by cardiac arrest. And so some of the main things we can help to kind of battle that is through health and wellness. And so getting our annual physicals that are done here, and then also keeping up with their fitness and making sure that they're fit enough throughout the year to be able to perform any duties that the public needs them to do is super important. So one of the programs that we run here is our Resiliency program we've been doing for a few years. This initially started with our Recruit Academies a few years ago, and recently we've been able to bring it to all of our firefighters on shift. So just like everybody else in life, these firefighters are human beings, so they have families, they have job stressors, they have relationship stressors, anything and everything. On top of that, they also serve the public when the public is having stress in their life, whether that's a health emergency or a fire to their home. And so often what happens is they can bring on that stress of helping people. And so we want to make sure that we help these firefighters be resilient in the sense of they can help process stress in healthy manners so that way they can live long lives. As I mentioned before, the department here takes the health and wellness of their firefighters very seriously. A big component of that is their fitness. So 4 times a year we assess our firefighters for their fitness to make sure that they are performing at a level that is, 1, not only needed to do the job, but 2, needed to do the job safely. So for example, one of the ones we do is our air consumption, where we'll have firefighters in full gear, on their mask, on their SCBA, doing a course with tasks filled with what firefighters would usually do while on a fire ground. We see how much air they breathe and how long it takes them to do these tasks, some of them involving gear, some of them not. But it gives us an accurate depiction of how fit our firefighters are as a whole, and then also serves as an informational for each firefighter, so that way if they do need to make an adjustment to their training, we can do so. So that way throughout their lives, regardless of their needs, we can be sure to keep them as fit as needed for the job.